The perfect blend of brute force and class, the Vauxhall Lotus Carlton was a true one-off. With a top speed around 180 miles per hour, it challenged any 90s supercar, making it the ultimate sleeper.
It's supercar performance in a saloon car.
Not everyone was a fan, but we'll get into that later. With General Motors owning both Lotus and Vauxhall at the time, Lotus were tasked with levelling up Vauxhall's flagship model, the GSI Carlton, creating the world's fastest four-door saloon and selling it for £48,000 on release in 1990. Only 950 were made, with 284 built for the UK. To find out more, we met with owner and enthusiast Paul.
So I drive a 1993 Vauxhall Lotus Carlton, build number 864. And yeah, I've been into Carltons all my life since I was a kid. My dad had one, an estate car, and I just loved the feel of the car and what the car was. The engine is a 3.6 twin turboed. It's a straight six engine, okay, with two T25 Garrett turbos bolted to it. It was basically a 3-litre GSI engine. Okay, so when Lotus received the cars from Rüsselsheim in Germany, they would come on a transporter. They were a standard GSI 24 valve driving with the engine. The only difference on the cars were they were painted in green, the imperial green, and they had the vents cut out of the bonnets. They were put into the factory, they were stripped down to a rolling shell. Everything on the car was then shipped back to Rüsselsheim, and the car was built from scratch. So it's got a new drivetrain, it's got a new differential, gearbox. The block was recast, so it was strengthened because the GSI blocks they were testing kept blowing up, kept splitting because of the power. They stroked the engine to 3.6 with a stroke, put mole pistons into it, slipper mole pistons, which brought the compression down. The head is a standard 24 valve GSI head. The only difference on the head is there is a bit of material being machined out of the valve guides where the valves are, so it lowers compression, and that is it. The camshafts are the same, the inlet valves are the same, and the lifters, all the hydraulic valves are all the same as a 24 valve GSI. And then they put the two turbos on with a charge cooler from the Lotus Esprit, and that's what you've got in front of you today. There's about 105 cars left on the road that we know of. I told you, I'm really sleeping in these things.
All of these enhancements created a great deal of controversy, with tabloid newspapers calling for it to be banned and the House of Commons discussing whether it should be available to anyone that isn't Nigel Mansell.
Because of its top speed and its acceleration, the government and the police decided to get together and try and get the car banned. They didn't succeed, thankfully, and that's why the car is on the road today.
In the early 90s, it was also gaining bad press for becoming a very handy getaway car. 40RA, a license plate you may be familiar with for all the wrong reasons. Nevertheless, it helped form the Carlton's notoriety.
40RA is a Vauxhall Lotus Carlton that was nicked up in the Midlands, West Midlands, by a gang of robbers. The car was actually used in a number of robberies around the West Midlands, and for several days, and was never caught by the police. And the police only had little pandas, which would only top out 55, 60 miles an hour, and all they saw was this black Lotus Carlton disappearing in the sunset with a boot full of liquor and cigarettes, and they never ever caught it. They were that brazen, they'd done a burglary literally opposite the police station and still got away. It was later found in a canal in Knoll, where the thieves have dumped it. A barge went over it and crushed the roof in, and that's how they found it. So, but the thieves were never ever caught.
Not something we condone, of course, but one of the many factors that gives this car its lovable rogue charm 35 years later.
Me as an enthusiast, seeing young kids getting involved with knowing about the car and its production and how it was such an awesome production car, it makes you alive, because you know that car is going to live on, you know, through the younger generation. It's not going to die. It's a forever car. I'll be buried in it. So my wife says.
Thanks for watching Influx, powered by Adrian Flux Insurance. We've got some wicked cars lined up, so hit subscribe and let us know what you would like to see in our Cars That Made the 90s series.